in my flat, just hoping that the lighting's a bit better. And I'm also filming on a totally different camera, so if my eyes are a bit all over the place, it's because I'm learning to look in the lens and not on the screen, which I can't do. So if my eyes are a bit all over the place, then I am totally sorry. So yeah, my guide to buy makeup online. I buy pretty much all, well, around 80% of my makeup I buy online. And I just have a few tips for doing it that other people told me, or that I sort of learnt myself by going along the way. Excuse me. And my first tip is to know exactly what you want. So what I do is I go like to my beauty counter, like Benefit, NARS, MAC, whatever it is that you're wanting, and I go and I find like the perfect match for me, and I find like just all the different eye colours, everything like that. I go and I take a note of what I'm doing and like act interested. Like when the assistant comes up to you like and asks for if you want any help, act interested, because you don't want it to be like, oh yeah, I'm buying this but I'm going to buy it online. Yeah, you don't want to be like that, because then you won't get any help, and you really do need some help. Like I still don't know what some of my colours are for like certain products and stuff, so I think that really helps. And also when you're doing like you're looking around different things, it's a good idea to set yourself like a budget. So like I normally say, well, depending on how much money I've got, like say it was, I don't know, £50, decide what you really want with £50, and then if you've got any money left over, then treat yourself something you wouldn't normally get, because if not, you could end up spending a hell of a lot of money on stuff that you really don't need, that you've probably already got, or you've got things that are very similar, or you can do without. Just it's it's so much easier to set yourself a budget, because if not, it could be lethal. You could end up spending like hundreds and hundreds of pounds on products that are probably not right for you, that you've got. Just yeah, like I said. So yeah, so then now like get online, like go home, get online, go to uni, go in the library, I don't know, just get online somewhere. And I know some people are a bit worried about buying makeup online because of like safety issues, like with your debit or credit cards and stuff. But really there's not an issue. If you buy from like a known website, then there's not really an issue. Or if you set up a PayPal account, then you can pay through that on pretty much most websites now, and there's not going to be much of an issue with that. So I would definitely set up a PayPal account. Like I have one just for like on eBay and things, like places like eBay, Amazon, and the actual brand that you're buying from, they have pretty much good hairs all over the place. They have pretty much good safety levels, so there's nothing to worry about there. But then like if you type into Google, I don't know, cheap MAC cosmetics, then there could be a few dodgy ones come up, and I would always try and read a review of the website first, but obviously not if it's like the actual brand. So if you're looking for like a bargain, there's no point shopping on the actual brand's website. You may as well just buy from the counter, because they're all the same and pretty much same prices. Like MAC lipsticks are £13.50, and that's the same online and at the MAC counter. But from online you have to pay delivery unless you spend over like £50, I think it is. So it's just, there's no point shopping online unless you are going to spend over £50 or their free delivery charge. So yeah, it's always good to do that. Yeah, so I tend to buy mine on eBay, which some people think, ugh, buying like used makeup, but no, there's quite a lot of new stuff on there, and there is some that's a lot more than it is in the shop, because people are just greedy and want a lot more money than what it's actually worth. So always do that, like check the pricing before you see that. When you see the product, don't think yes, found it, buy. Don't do that. Just always check the pricing and check the postage and packaging as well, because like I live in Manchester and I saw some MAC eyeliners and there was like £10 for like 5 of them, all brand new, all different colours, all the ones I wanted. But the postage was like £4 and they were from Manchester as well. Like I could have gone to pick them up and the seller wouldn't let me pick them up. So I just left them because there's no point spending £4 on something that I can go get for cheaper on public transport. So always keep an eye on the postage. Yeah, just because it's a good way to save yourself a bit of money. Although you probably on things like eBay you will have to pay postage, but it's not always massive amounts. Like some you can get from China and the postage is like 99p. Yeah, and obviously like, if you're in the US, check the same as well. But I'm like being in the UK, I don't really know what the deal is with postage in the US, so I can't really help anyone there. But I will try and find out any sort of postage issues within the US, like pricing and things like that. So yeah, and check the end time as well on the product, like because on eBay things loads of people are selling them off their own back. It's a good sorry, I've got such an awful cough today. I always check the end time on the actual product. So like if you found say a foundation, then just watch it for a while. Like if it's finishing in like 30 minutes, then obviously bid on it and keep bidding for the 30 minutes. But then again, set yourself a budget on a certain product, because you don't want to spend like all your budget on one product, because that could end up being really bad and you'll feel really bad because you wanted to buy all this stuff and you haven't got it. So what I do is I set myself a watch list, and then when I get the message saying it's ending soon, that's when I start bidding. Because if not, you could be winning for like a few days and then you lose right at the last minute. Like I was bidding on some MAC loose powder, I think it was like £2 something, and I bid right at the very start and it had like 7 days left, and for 7 days I was like constantly watching it. And every time I was outbid I was like, right, bid a bit more, and then when it got to like the last slot I was like, do you know, I can't even be bothered bidding anymore. So yeah, so definitely check like the watch time and just keep an eye on it before you actually start bidding, and make sure you really want it before you start bidding, because once you've won the bid, you have to buy it unless you've got mitigating circumstances, like I don't know, my cat run across the keyboard, or I'm putting more money than I wanted to spend, or I don't know, something like that. But once you've won that bid, you have to buy it. Obviously unless you contact the seller or eBay team. And then obviously with like Amazon and stuff, there's no like bidding, it's all stuff like that. But again, watch the postage, because it's not all sold by Amazon, it's sold by some like individual businesses and they whack the postage up, so that's always really good. But another thing with eBay is check authenticity before you buy. So like some stuff on there, like there was some MAC stuff, like MAC eyelashes, I noticed there's a lot of like fakes around, and fakes is a really harsh word, but no, there is a lot of like fake stuff around, so just keep an eye on that. So I've got a few products to show you that I bought online, just so that I can like probably reassure anything. This one I did, it's kind of contradicting because I didn't actually buy it online, but my boyfriend did buy me one online. I used all that up and then I actually saw them at the MAC counter, and it's the palette, and it's not the one you can make yourself, which I do really want, but that's in my next online shopping sort of spree. It is the 120 colour palette. I just need to put that in properly. There we go. It's the 120 palette, and I honestly thought that MAC didn't do these, so that's why I got my boyfriend to buy me online. I've got I should on me now, just yeah. So I got my boyfriend to buy me one online for my birthday, and I used it to death. And a lot were broken and stuff, and it really had been used well. So when I was at the MAC counter one day, I noticed they had them And yeah, I bought these, but they don't actually do them at the MAC counter or on MAC's website now. So get yourself on eBay for these. I think on eBay they range from about £25 to £50 for a proper MAC one. You'll be able to tell if it's not proper MAC with the price. And as well, if there's not many pictures, have a look. And if it's like that on the front, it's proper MAC. And on the back as well, this is a good way to check. There's a little hole, like there. The fake ones don't have that, the proper ones do. So that's a little thing. I also bought MAC's glitter cream online. I had one of these before that I bought from my MAC counter. This is in Shimmerine. Is that gonna yeah. I got this in Shimmerine, and I had one of these before that I got from my MAC counter, and I just used it to death. And it was like right down to the very last drop. So I wanted to buy another one, but they're also discontinued from MAC, I think. Yeah, they're discontinued from MAC. So but they do have very similar stuff, like the mineralized skin finish. That's so different. That's really, really similar, but it's in powder form. This is cream, and I just prefer this for my skin type. Excuse me. So yeah, I got this from eBay as well, and it said it had been used, which put me off a little bit, but the seller sent me a message saying it actually hasn't, it just wouldn't let me change it, which was fine. And when it came, it was all brand new box and everything, so that was fine. And that I think I got for like £5, and I think when I bought it from MAC it was like at least £22, something like that. And I got the MAC Lady Gaga lipstick, the Viva Glam Gaga. I keep it in the box just to protect it. But yeah, and that's totally authentic as well. I don't know if that's gonna... and I got this in taupe, I don't know how you pronounce it. And that just looks like that. And that's really nice. That was brand new box and everything. I think this was about £4.50, something like that, a total bargain. Now I also got, I do use these for makeup, but more for like fancy dress. But I got these for like my nails and stuff. These are like rhinestone wheels. These were 99p each with free postage from China. They got to me in about 2 weeks. So it was quite a long time, but obviously it was coming from China, so there was like air shipping and stuff. Yeah, and you could like decide which ones you want. Like they did crushed shells, did little pearly bits and stuff, and I actually have some on my nails right now.